Hey guys, Jordan from Adreno here, and today we're going to be looking at how to choose the best mask for your adventure. Now there are a few different masks that we're going to have a look at and that you can choose from. Some of them are going to be specific to a certain discipline, whether you're scuba diving, free diving, spearfishing or snorkeling. That being said though, you can use these for a number of different dives if you'd like. So you don't have to have multiple masks for just one discipline if you don't want to. The first thing that we're going to have a look at is the lenses on the masks. So as you guys can see, there's a few that are a single lens, and then we've got a few here that are dual lens as well. And what the difference is going to impact your vision when you're out in the water. So these three single lens masks here are normally masks that I would recommend for anyone that's getting into some snorkeling, our scuba divers, and our free divers and spearos to an extent, but you'll have some better choices for your spearos and free divers. A single lens mask for snorkeling or scuba diving is a good option. The reason being is because you're not going to have that breakaway point in the middle here, which can sometimes cause a bit of a change in vision. But the beautiful thing with a single lens is that you get a nice wide view and you get a nice up and down view, which means you're going to be able to see the coral, the marine life really clearly, which is nice. These masks here are what I would call a semi-low volume mask. And when we talk about volume in our masks, it all depends on the dead air space that you have inside. So if you're snorkeling and you like doing a bit of duck diving, pressure will push this mask onto your face. Scuba diving, as soon as you start to descend, you'll have to equalize, you'll have to push some air through your nose into the mask to stop it from squeezing your eyeballs out of your head. And the same with free diving and spearfishing. Being a semi-low or a low volume mask means the less air that you're going to have to push into that mask to stop that squeezing from happening. We do have some other bigger masks that you can purchase as well, and they're going to be mainly suitable for your scuba diving. With these masks, it all comes down to the vision and the comfort. So if it's not comfortable and you don't feel like you're getting the best vision out of it, there's no point going for it. For me, personally, a low volume or semi-low volume mask is the best way to go. When we have a look at the lenses as well, some companies like our Apex or our Atomics or our Tusa masks, even our Adreno masks as well, do this kind of gloss over lens, which has that purple and gold tint through it. What that does is, think of it kind of like polarized sunglasses. On the surface, it's going to cut out a lot of UV, that direct sunlight coming into your eyes, and it's going to stop a lot of that glare as well. There's a little bit of science behind it for when you're at depth, but not too much. We're not going to go into that today. Single lens masks, fantastic, really good option. If it's not comfortable, it's time to move on and try something different. And that's where we'll lead into our dual lens masks. So a dual lens, as you can tell, the difference, it has that breakaway point in here. The other big difference between a dual lens and a single lens masks is that our dual lens is generally going to be smaller. So for me personally, I would generally recommend that for our free divers and our spearos. And it goes back into that low volume or that super low volume with the amount of dead air space that's in the mask. So take the Cressi Calibro for example, it is quite tiny. This is the mask that I generally wear for 99% of my diving. And when you wear this mask, you can actually feel your eyelashes kind of moving on the lens. That's how close the mask sits to your face. And so when you do duck dive or you descend on your scuba trip, there's less effort on your part to then equalize that mask so that you can spend more time at depth, which is why it's good for free diving or spearfishing, because you want to utilize all of that air that's still in your body. You don't want to waste it on equalizing the mask as such. Now, because it's small, some people will tell you that the vision is worse than say something like a dual lens or a much bigger volume mask. It's actually the opposite. In my opinion, you get a much better field of view with a low volume to super low volume mask. And as I said before, your eyelashes will most likely touch the lens. And so what that does is, because it's sitting so close to your face, you're getting a much better peripheral vision, either left and right. And so you're getting a much bigger, wider range of view. So if you're lazy, especially for scuba divers, and you don't like turning your head to look at stuff, I am the laziest diver in the world. I don't want to turn my head to look at stuff. I just want to see it come into my field of view. And that's the perfect thing with a low volume mask. You can use these for snorkeling if you'd like to. It's not going to change anything. The only thing that I would say is just don't have the mask super tight on your face when you're snorkeling, because you will get a big red ring around your face and you'll get a headache as well. So keep them quite loose if you're going to use the low volume ones for snorkeling. You can use it for scuba diving, as I said. I generally use it for mine, and of course for free diving and spearfishing. If you are coming into our stores to buy a brand new mask, the most important thing is comfort and fit. Okay, so if a mask doesn't fit your face and it doesn't feel quite comfortable, put it into a maybe pile and have a look at something different. Try a bunch of different masks, whether they're dual lens or single lens, high volume, low volume, and try and pick the right mask for your discipline. As I said though, any of these masks will be fine for cross-discipline, whether you're scuba diving and free diving, or snorkeling and spearfishing, or whatever. When you come into our stores, have a chat to our staff. They will definitely go through the process to make sure that the mask does fit and that you are picking the right mask for your adventure. If you can't get into our stores, jump online, check out the features, check out the benefits, do a bit of research on the mask as well. Obviously, we are available 7 days a week, so by all means give us a phone call as well, or send us an email. More than happy to have a chat to you guys and get the best quality product for your adventure. There you have it guys, that's how to pick the best mask for your adventure. Cheers.